Hello, my dear fresher engineers. Recently, we uploaded video on which PC or a laptop should be purchased by engineering student to run CAD FEA software. And we received so many comments about requesting that to explain more technical configuration information while purchasing PC or laptop. So now, on a huge request, I am going to conduct this webinar to give you complete knowledge about PC and laptop hardware within 20 to 30 minutes. And I am 100% sure about this session. After this session, you will get whole idea about PC configuration, so you can configure your own PC. So guys, please watch this video till the end, and it will add lots of value in your knowledge. Also, if you not watch my previous video regarding CAD, BIM, structural design and PPM software, please guys watch that video. I have put the link in the description box. We use software like AutoCAD, Revit Structure, 3ds Max, Google SketchUp, BOQ, STAAD Pro, ETABS, Revit Structure, ANSYS Civil, MS Project, Primavera, etc. First look how computer is working inside the different hardware and software. So basically, in a computer we need like operating system, motherboard, you can graphics card, keyboard. These basic components are required to configure our system. Guys, working of computer is just like a human body, and it has a program made to do various tasks. And each day we are programming the coding of our brain to face new challenges. Likewise, we have program of our computer for use. Similarly, in computer, we have operating system called Windows. Windows is a program code or a software by which we can do various work in a computer. Yes, we can talk with the computer hardware with programming language and give instruction to perform various tasks with the help of specialized and customized software. This program code is a processed by processor cell as a CPU chip, or you can say microprocessor. And this CPU chip controlled by keyboard and mouse. Then it's visualizing output on a monitor screen. I repeat, in a computer we have an operating system called as a Windows. This is the one of the program code or a software by which we can communicate with the computer and give instruction to perform specific task. This program code is a processed by processor called as a CPU chip. And this CPU chip controlled by keyboard and mouse, and then it visualizing output on a monitor screen. When we boot the computer, the operating system gives command to all the devices by which we can work on a computer. Okay, understood? It is simple as it is. Over the time, we will develop many programs like you can say several many programs, codes or a software by which we can fly airplane, we can run automated machines, bikes, car, we can launch satellite and automated industrial plant. If you look around, you will see the various products, and this all product developed by this computer machining tool. Really, it fantastic, my dear friend. Our engineers develop tons of computer program called as a software, and that makes our life easier than ever. I am thankful to all engineering community to providing such computer technology. Okay, let's talk about the technical configuration information. It has total 17 components where you have to pay attention while purchasing the computer. Every computer system is a built of processor chip. In a processor chip, basically processor chip is used to do mathematical calculations. You can say second one is RAM. It is used as a temporary memory. Then we need graphic card. We can also call as a virtual memory to show graphics in monitor. Hard disk. It is a storage device, and there are two types of storage devices. Those are, first one is SSD hard disk. It is a fastest storage device on this device we can install our operating system and various softwares. And second one is HDD hard disk. It is a storage device used to store data. but it will be comparatively slower than SSD. Then we need motherboard. It is used to connect all the components of PC. We need power supply, also called as a PCU. Then we need cabinet for cooling computer system. Then finally we need keyboard plus mouse. These are the input devices to give command to the computer. Then we need monitor. Basically monitor should have HDMI port with IPS panel. We need Wi-Fi adapter for internet. Then we need operating system like Windows or a Mac. And basically it is a platform that controls the computer where we can install all the software. Then we need antivirus. Basically antivirus used to protect our operating system from unwanted program called as a virus, just like our unpleasant emotions, and we don't want it. Similarly, we have to protect our computer from virus, so we need antivirus. Then pen drive, it gives you mobility to transfer the data. Then if we can install CAD, FEA software to create engineering graphic design. Then we need extension box, basically used to plug various component of power supply. Then we all need one printer, scanner of course for printing. Then hope it's clear till now. Before going further, we need to understand the purpose of computer for design software. We need computer. We need computer to generate 2D and 3D graphics, to create dynamic 3D model. It means three-dimensional virtual model. Also, we can do any kind of mathematical calculation. We can create manufacturing working sheet to generate virtual realistic animation video like walkthrough. We can create rendering. And then we have to do mathematical calculation to calculate failure life of that component. So for that, there are CAD and FEA software developed to do this kind of work. Basically, for this kind of work, we use software like AutoCAD, CATIA, Creo, NXCAD, SolidWorks, Inventor, PDMS, Revit MEP, NXCAM, MasterCam, DellCam, ANSYS, Fluent, Nastran, Hypermesh, MS Project, and Primavera, etc. Now listen carefully. Let's take an example of car. When we have to purchase a new car, we have so many options. Before buying a car, we do lots of research. Similarly, there are many computer part manufacturers. We can do same thing while buying these computer parts. Now, let's talk about computer parts and its function. First component is a processor chip, also called as CPU. Basically, CPU stands for Central Processing Unit. It is used to process the program data. There are major two companies like Intel and AMD. These both companies manufacture the computer processor chip and both have top-end technology. Now let's see technically in a simple language. The processor has built up with a 5 major components, and those components are number of cores, number of threads, clock speed or frequency, GPU enable or not. Basically GPU stands for graphic processing unit. And last is a cache memory. The Intel and AMD CPU chip available with number of cores. It may be 1 core or maybe 2 core, 4, 6 and so on. Similarly, along this, it gives you number of thread for multitasking like 2 thread, 4 thread, 6 and so on. The clock speed or a frequency is almost same in Intel and AMD. And GPU enable or not, a GPU may be found integrated with CPU on the same circuit, you can say on graphic card or on a motherboard or of your personal computer or a server. Nvidia, AMD, ARM are the major players in the GPU market. Graphics processing unit is a specialized processor originally designed to accelerate graphics rendering. GPU can process many pieces of data simultaneously, making them useful for machine learning, video editing, and gaming application. And last one is a cache memory. It is available as per CPU chip built. Okay. Now we have to understand the difference between cores and threads. CPU chips means central processing unit. It has core to process data. Thread is a kind of virtual CPU chips, means central processing unit inside the CPU chip called as a thread. I know many engineers don't understand the difference between core and the thread. Basically, meaning of the CPU is as simple as ideally both are the core, but core word stands for physical core in a CPU chip and thread word stands for virtual core chip in the CPU. Please understand, thread is a virtual version of CPU core, not a physical one. For example, when we purchase one core CPU with one thread, then we have total two core to perform the task. Result in the CPU processor performance get twice. Listen to me carefully. I will take another example. Like suppose we purchase Intel i3 CPU which has a 4 core 4 thread. It means we have now total 8 threads, 8 cores in a CPU. 4 cores are physical and 4 cores are virtual, which all called as a thread. And the performance of this i3 CPU is getting twice and we can finish the task in a half of the time. Understood? Let's see more about the thread. Intel CPU uses hyper-threading and AMD CPU uses simultaneous multi-threading, you can call as a SMT. These both used for a breaking, these both are used for a breaking a physical core into a virtual core, means thread, to increase the performance. Now, the clock speed or a frequency of CPU is showing at what speed the data can be processed and the cache the memory as to provide the data in a queue format. So, the CPU should not be idle. Remember, we don't need to unlock clock speed or a frequency function. We need stable CPU chip. Now, let's do conclusion. When we purchase any CPU, it must have maximum number of cores and maximum number of threads. And also in CPU, the hyper-threading should be enabled. I repeat, in CPU, hyper-threading should be enabled. In many CPU, hyper-threading is not enabled, so you have to check it before you have to purchase. Also, we don't need to unlock clock speed or a frequency function. We need stable CPU chip. The maximum core and a thread with multi-threading processor at a fixed clock speed or a frequency will give you maximum performance along with a good clock speed or a frequency with a good cache memory. Understood? Now, let's talk about GPU enable or not enable GPU. GPU stands for graphical processing unit. In other words, GPU, you can say GPU means graphic card. GPU is the second most important component by which we can see the display on a monitor screen. To run any graphics we need to have GPU. In the market, there are two types of GPU processor available. Basically, in CPU chip with GPU enable are the one kind of GPU chip, means graphical processing unit inside the CPU chip. So, we did not need to separate graphic card to boot or see the computer screen. Don't get confused between CPU and GPU. Guys, both are different. In CPU, basically CPU is the main processor unit and GPU is the graphical processing unit. We require separate graphical processor, or we can say we require the separate graphical processor chip to see the screen on monitor. Okay, understood? GPU enable CPU are those CPU in which we don't require any graphic card to boot the system because CPU has their own inbuilt basic GPU. We don't require to purchase additional graphic card to boot the computer. This type of CPU processor are the most commonly used to do simple tasks in a computer, like watching movie, for email, internet surfing, simple tasks like Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, etc. We can do this type of task very easily by this type of CPU in which we have already inbuilt GPU. Take an example. Suppose we purchase Intel i3 CPU which has 4 core and 4 thread, which has which has inbuilt simple GPU. In this type of CPU processor, you can run CAD and FPS software, but this process will be very slow and will not get that kind of performance here. In a market, most of the laptop and a desktop has a CPU processor which has inbuilt GPU. So don't get a fool, my dear friend. I strongly recommend you to don't buy a laptop or a desktop if you want to work on a CAD or FPS software. If you purchase GPU enable CPU, then you are playing for then after that you are going to pay for graphic card, and when you add external graphic card there is a no use of GPU enable CPU. The computer uses external graphic card, not inbuilt GPU and CPU. So don't waste money. So let's take an example again. So in this example, we purchased Intel i3 CPU which has 4 core and 4 thread, and don't having inbuilt GPU. Then we purchase and attach graphic card externally. My dear friend, these type of CPUs are very useful. Once you add externally graphic card, trust me, your CPU performance is going to boosted like a rocket. So it's clear which type of CPU you have to purchase. Now let's talk about a RAM. Basically, RAM means random access memory. RAM is the third most important component. It is a one kind of temporary memory. Whenever we boot the computer, the operating system is loaded in a RAM, then we perform various tasks. Listen to me carefully. When we have to work on any task, we need dynamic memory, and this is the exact function or use of RAM. Similarly, when we open any image file, means photo, and this photo is loaded in a RAM, so we can zoom or edit that photo. Let's take one another example, like when we are open any movie file, then it will be loaded in a RAM by which we can control the volume, we can run forward, backward and many tasks. My dear friend, to see various photo, we need software. Also to see movie, we need software. It means that there are tons of software developed to perform various types of work. So in a RAM, first the operating system, that is Windows, is loaded in a RAM. Then to see photos, the photos visualization software is loaded in a RAM. Then at last, photo file is loaded in the RAM. Similarly, if open movie file along with the photo file, then tell me how much data is loaded on a RAM. Exactly, RAM is loaded first window, then photo visualization software, then photos, then movie visualization software, and finally movie file. So many data. Guys, Windows operating system required minimum 2 GB RAM memory to operate. And plus, every software required some minimum RAM memory, and it is added with the respective memory size of each application file. So my dear friends, I think you will get clear an idea about the importance of RAM. To run many software to run so many software at a time, we need good amount of RAM. Lacking of memory will slow down your computer. In a market, there are many companies providing RAM with a memory size 1 GB, 2 GB, 4 GB and so on. Remember, only increasing RAM will not increase the computer speed. Only you need to keep RAM memory size recommended by the software application, and that's enough. Okay? Now you also need to note down that CPU processor speed is very high, and RAM has also its own frequency. Correct? So we need to keep a RAM frequency enough to that CPU doesn't wait for data. If RAM frequency is less, then CPU processor become ideal. We can't utilize the full capacity of CPU processor. There is one more important point, that is we need to use dual channel RAM. Dual channel RAM are different, and in motherboard you find dual channel slot of one color. If you want to install RAM of 8 GB, then we should not install one single 8 GB RAM. We need to install RAM of 4 GB, means for 8 GB RAM we divide it into 4 plus 4, then we will get total 8 GB RAM. Remember, every RAM speed frequency is slightly different while manufacturing, so you need to take precaution while purchasing RAM. There in the market, special dual channel RAM is available. Only this type of RAM can work in a parallel. Also, as per the version, we as latest version we get RAM as a DID1, DID2, DID4, DID3, so on. So we need to use latest version of it. So if you use latest version of RAM, you will get maximum speed. So you have to purchase RAM at least minimum total 8 GB with a dual channel slot option, means 4 GB plus 4 GB dual channel RAM. And also it should be the latest version, at least DDR4. Okay. Also, if you are handling very heavy file size, then I will recommend you to purchase minimum 16 GB RAM with dual channel slot option. Means 8 GB plus 8 GB dual channel RAM. Also, it should be latest version, at least DDR4 with a high frequency. I think you understand very well. Now let's talk about GPU. GPU stands for Graphics Processing Unit. In other words, GPU is a graphics card. You can say graphics card. We have already discussed about this while comparing difference between CPU and GPU. Remember, we have to purchase those CPU which is not having inbuilt GPU. Purchase the plain simple one and attach external graphics. CPU, basically GPU is it is one of the most kind of temporary graphic memory, and whenever we boot the computer, the operating system graphics is loaded in a monitor and we can perform various tasks by visualizing the monitor graphics. Listen carefully. When we have to work on any task of 3D graphics, we need huge graphics memory. And this is the exact function of use of GPU and graphics card. To generate huge 3D graphics modeling software, we need minimum 2 GB graphic card, and if you have heavy graphics file, then you should go for 4 GB to 6 GB. Also, graphic card have their own speed or a frequency of operating, and as you know, the CPU processor speed frequency is very high. So you need to purchase high frequency graphic card, and that makes the full visualization of CPU chip. In a market, there are many graphic cards provider company, but I suggest to go with Nvidia because it is the oldest one, and most of the software companies make their 3D modeling software compatible with Nvidia graphic card. So now let's talk about hard disk. Hard disk is a fifth most important component. It is basically used for permanent storage of memory. Whenever we boot the computer, the operating system is loaded from the permanent storage memory, so we can perform various tasks. When we have to work on any task in a software, we need permanent storage memory to access various files. And this is the exact function or use of hard disk. Hard disk also have their own operating speed to read and write. If our hard disk read and write speed is very high, then we can quickly perform various tasks. So in a market, there are major two types of hard disk are available. First one is SSD. SSD hard disk is a fastest solid storage device, and there is no mechanical drive to read and write data. On this device, we can install our operating system, so many softwares like CAD, FES softwares. For video editing, you can install video editing softwares too. Result in this operating system work on maximum speed. Now, second one is HSD hard disk. It also used as a storage device. This one is mechanical device to read and write the data. Now these types of hard disk is used to store huge data, and comparatively it is slower than SSD. So you have to purchase two storage device. One is SSD for operating system and software installation, and second one for HSD hard disk to store huge data. Now let's talk about motherboard. Basically, it is used to connect all the component of PC. Many company provides motherboard. You have to check its compatibility for CPU processor. Number of dual RAM, channel slot, PCI slot for a graphic card installation, HDMI port should be there. One, you fix the CPU processor, you get respective motherboard from different manufacturer. Select on the basis how much you can update your computer system. Now let's talk about power supply, also called as UPS, used to supply power. Power supply is the seventh most important component. The system needs lots of power because many components are installed and they require power. Every component like CPU processor, RAM, GPU, graphic card are listed with a watt power supply. If power supply is not proper, the computer component will not perform at optimum speed. Whenever you build a computer, check the each component watt requirement. I think you understood. It is very simple. Don't compromise in this. Let's talk about cabinet. It is used for cooling the computer system. Cabinet, many people ignore this, but you have to understand. If your computer is not getting proper ventilation, then PC performance will drastically decreases. Understand? So power watt is converting into heat. We need to cool it down. So don't ignore this cabinet. Proper cooling will boost your performance of your computer. Apart from this, we need keyboard plus mouse. Purchase good brand. About monitor should have HDMI port, IPS panel with 19-inch screen. About Wi-Fi adapter, we need internet. About operating system, I prefer Windows 10 because it is the most popular one and all softwares are developed for Windows operating system. About antivirus, please use antivirus to protect operating system from unwanted program called as a virus. So about also you need pen drive. It gives you mobility to transfer data. About CAD and FES software on which we create engineering graphic design. Then we need one extension box used to plug in various components for power supply. Then all we need printer, scanner. Okay, these all components are required to build our computer. I hope you'll get whole idea about PC component. Now we are going to see the most important part of this seminar. With the help of this site, we can create any system builder. See, there are options. You can visit this site PC Part Picker to build your system. So in PC Part Picker, you have lots of options regarding your computer component. You have all options available in this site. From this component, you can pick best suitable component for your computer system. And one most important thing is, see, you can check your compatibility of your component too. So just you have to add the component over here and just check the compatibility for future use. See, first we'll see the first main component is CPU. Here you have to choose a CPU. You have to click on a CPU option. Then in a market there are two manufacturers. See, we have so many options. Look, in a manufacturer you can select AMD or Intel because they are best manufacturer for processor. In AMD, see, in AMD there are lots of options, like you can choose between. See, we are going to select. We have options like i3, i5. So in AMD we are preferring Ryzen 3, Ryzen 5 and Ryzen 7, and in Intel we are going to choose between i3, i5 and i7. Let's see the difference between this core. See, first see the difference between. See, I am going to click on price tag. Then we will discuss about integrated graphics. So many cores are available with integrated graphics. As we discussed earlier, we don't need any integrated graphics with our processor. Just select none option here. Over here I am going to select some cores. See, over here I am going to select Intel Core i3 processor. Then I am going to select AMD Ryzen 3. Then we are going to select AMD Ryzen 5, Intel Core i5, and finally we are going to select Intel i7. See, Intel Core i7 9700F. let's see the difference between this code. See, if you are going to choose Intel i3 processor, see, Intel i3 processor gives you 4 core with 3.6 gigahertz processor and TDP up to 65 watt, and you get i3 processor around 6500. And if you compare i3 with i5, see, you'll get here in AMD Ryzen 3 Pro gives you 4 core processor with 3.6 gigahertz clock speed, and around you'll get Ryzen 3 around 9000. See, you'll see the difference between prices. You'll get idea. See, what is difference between i3 and Ryzen 3? See, Intel i3 gives you 4 core with 4 thread. Basically 4 thread, you know the importance of thread. With the help of thread, you can do multiple tasking in your computer. So i3 gives you 4 core plus 4 thread, then you have total 8 cores. If you select Ryzen 3, Ryzen gives you 4 core with 8 thread, then you have total 12 cores for processing. So you can do your task in a minimum time with the help of Ryzen 3. Yeah, I know price too high now, but if you do some market research about Ryzen 3, you will get outside around 6 to 5,000. With this same specification. So don't worry, guys. If you want to choose between Intel Core i3 and Ryzen 3, just according to me, you can prefer Ryzen 3, because right now in most of the industry for desktop PC they prefer Ryzen 3. Then let's see the difference between AMD Ryzen 5 and Intel i5. Okay, if you are going to increase your budget, according to me, Ryzen 5 is the best processor for you. Ryzen 5 gives you 6 core, 3.2 gigahertz clock speed in 11,000, around 12,000 rupees. i5 gives you same 6 core, 2.9 gigahertz clock speed in around 12. Okay, there is no difference between price. But in Ryzen 5 or Core i5, correct, main difference is about thread. As we discussed earlier, thread is used for multiple tasking in our computer system, correct. In Ryzen 5, they gave us 6 core plus 12 thread, means we have total 18 cores, correct. In i5, they provide us 6 core, 6 thread, means 12 total we have 12 cores for processing. So there is difference between there is a difference between Ryzen 5 and i5 is around 6 core. So if you are choosing Ryzen 5, it will be helpful for your design software. So according to me, just prefer AMD Ryzen 5. So that will give you 6 core and 12 threads, means total 18 cores. Correct. If you compare Ryzen 5 with i7, see, now you might be surprised. See, Intel Core i7 gives you 8 core plus 8 thread, means you have total 16 cores, and for 16 cores you are going to pay 27,000, like twice amount, correct. So don't waste your money. If you want, you can work all the software in AMD with maximum speed. So according to me, AMD Ryzen 5 is the best processor for you. Just add AMD Ryzen 5 for your configuration. Yeah, I am adding AMD Ryzen 5. Then second component is motherboard. Click on motherboard and then select motherboard for your processor. See, in motherboard we have two options. See, we can prefer Gigabyte or MSI, depends on you. They are mostly preferable. then memory type will be DRD4. So now I am just click on price. See, in motherboard we need 4 slot and catch up memory up to 64 GB. Correct. So see, Gigabyte B450M gives you 4 memory slots with 64 catch up memory. So this will you can prefer this motherboard for your system. Just add this motherboard over here, then check the compatibility. See, there is no issue. So for this processor your motherboard is okay. Now we have to add RAM. Just click on memory. Now we have 4 slots. If you are using software like simulation, or you are going to you need video editing app, so you can use RAM up to 16 GB. Correct. So we need, we are going to we need DDR4 type RAM. Then you can assign filter. We need 4 RAM of 4 GB. Just click on here and click on price tag, then suitable RAM for your PC. Corsair gives you 4 GB RAM. So here you can prefer, you have to focus on speed and modules. Okay. Then Corsair, this type of RAM gives you speed around 1233. Correct. And if you go for Corsair DDR4 to around 3000 and see the price difference, around 100 rupees price difference over there. Okay, then you can prefer Corsair DDR4 3000. This RAM is best for your system. So I am going to add this RAM over here. Next. After RAM, we need storage. As we discussed earlier, there are 2 types of storage. First one is SSD and second one is SSD. Okay. For operating system installation and for our software installation, we need SSD up to 250 GB. So just you can set a filter. Your capacity will be, you need capacity up to 250 GB. So you can apply filter over here and so Samsung 970 gives you capacity up to 250 GB SSD type, and and with catch memory 512 MB. So this is best SSD for us. Just click add, so you can use this SSD for operating system installation and software installation. Then we need video card, means graphic card, to run different software. So around for Revit architecture, or we can say for 3ds Max, ANSYS, we need graphics up to 4 GB. So you can add 4 GB. So for graphic card, I am going to prefer MSI, and then in MSI you can select up to 4 GB graphic card. You can click on price tag, then select there are 2 GB graphic card available. If you are using AutoCAD, CATIA and all, 2 GB is enough. If you have to create videos rendering, then you need, or simulation software, so you need graphics card up to 4 GB. So for you guys, you can choose MSI GeForce GTX 1650, and it gives you speed up to 1530. You can maximize their speed around 1740, and it will cost you around 16,500. So this is best graphic card for you. So I am going to add this graphic card in our system. MSI graphics card. Then after graphic card, we need monitor, or we choose casing for to see in casing to mount our component. Okay, then just click on price. See, you can you have so many options in casing. So I am going to choose circle casing, which will cost you around 4,500. Correct. So I am going to choose circle casing to mount component. Okay, then just click add on circle case. Now we are going to add monitor. In monitor, okay, see here you can add monitor. In monitor, see, there are two requirements. First, we need IPS panel. So in filter, just select IPS panel, and here you can select HDMI slot. Yeah, this, see, correct, and just click on price. See, LG gave us IPS panel with HDMI slot in around 7,500 rupees. So you can prefer this monitor. Okay, I am just adding this. Then in power supply, for power supply, first see, we need for our computer system, estimated power supply will be 250 wattage. Okay, so we have to twice, because this wattage, because we are using lots of components like pen drive, RAM, graphic card. So for those components we need power supply. So we are using power supply up to 450 or 500 watt. So click on power supply. We need power supply up to 450 watt. So I am going to add, see, first set price, click on price tag. Okay, Gigabyte PB provides 450 wattage power supply in around 3000 rupees. Okay, so just select this power supply unit to our system. Then after power supply, we need external storage to store our data. Correct. So up to 1 TB we can use external storage device. See the capacity of external storage device. Yeah, 1000 GB means 1 TB, and Western Digital Elements gives you 1 TB in around 4,000 rupees. So you can add external device to store your data. And finally, we need keyboard and mouse. So here you can select your keyboard and mouse. So I am going to apply filter over here. I need wired keyboard and optical mouse. So just apply filter here, then click on, see, price tag, and Logitech. You can prefer Logitech mouse and keyboard. Just add and see the price. See, now your system is completed. You can build your system in 17,000. You can build your top model of your computer in just 17,000. If you do some market research, you will get this component up to 50,000 to 60,000. But you have to do some market research for that. So don't worry, this is base price for your component. So from this side, you can build your own system without anyone's helps. Okay, I hope you will get understand. I believe you get lots of values by watching this webinar. So now I want you to type in a comment box what value you get from this webinar. I know I'm waiting for your comment, guys. Please comment in a comment box, and I hope you will get lots of value added information. My dear fresher engineers, this is the correct time to build your career. And if you want to earn lots of money, then you have to learn CAD and FEA software. Remember, your engineering degree cannot scale up 1 lakh salary in 3 to 5 years. But if you choose designing career using this CAD CAM technology, trust me, you have the awesome future. And I am also the founder of Fresher Engineering Community, and I am on the mission on how engineers can earn lots of money by doing job in a design industry. So now invite you to become a part of this Fresher Engineering Community. Please guys, share this video on your Facebook page, WhatsApp, and start helping our Fresher Engineering Community. I know you will definitely share this video. Now I take permission to say bye. If you have any query, please comment. I will definitely try to reply as soon as possible. Thank you guys.